Here's your wrestling news for November 12th, 2020. And your headlines include: alternate plans for WWE WrestleMania revealed, WWE talking to Bella Twins about an in-ring return, the Rascalz are on their way to WWE, WWE called up another NXT superstar to the main roster, AEW stars accidentally unmasked on AEW Dynamite, WWE wrestler refuses to team up with Lacey Evans, Jake Hager opens up about how horrible it was to deal with WWE, AEW books loaded Dynamite for next week and confirms future world title match, John Cena reached out to Nikki Bella, and more. We are kicking off today with WrestleMania 36, as the show wasn't what anyone originally had planned, and now we know what didn't make it to the card. We previously reported that Miro was promised a WrestleMania match by Paul Heyman when the then executive director of Raw convinced the Bulgarian to stay with WWE and take part in the feud with Bobby Lashley and Lana. Ringside News are reporting that Heyman's WrestleMania card was pitched before Lashley and Lana's first kiss on the September 30th, 2019 Raw, and that the card did include a match between Lana and Lashley against the then Rusev and a female partner, but didn't specify who that would be. Heyman's WrestleMania card also pitched the Brock Lesnar vs. Drew McIntyre match that fans saw, as well as a possible Lesnar vs. Aleister Black match instead, or even a Black vs. US Champion Andrade match that didn't make the card. It was also Heyman who pitched the Raw Women's title match between Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler, and there were two opponents in mind for The Undertaker. If AJ Styles was unable to fill the spot against the Phenom, Heyman would have gone with Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton was also considered for a match with the Dead Man until Edge's return in January changed plans. Heyman's Raw Tag Team title match would have seen the Street Profits facing the Viking Raiders and Gallows and Anderson, though that didn't happen, as instead the Profits retained that night against Austin Theory and Angel Garza. Though some of Heyman's plans made it to WrestleMania, most didn't, and though Heyman is doing well as the special counsel to Roman Reigns on SmackDown now, it's interesting to think about the WrestleMania fans didn't get to see. WrestleMania week also didn't see a Hall of Fame ceremony, and though the Bella Twins never got their big night, they could be making a return to the ring. When he spoke to Us Weekly, Nikki Bella's fiancé Artem Chigvinstev confirmed that his bride-to-be is having talks about a comeback to WWE, and that a return would include Brie as well. That may be easier said than done, however, as Nikki retired due to neck injuries and cysts on her brain, whilst Brie hung up her boots to spend more time with her family. Both Bellas have said that they want to run as WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, and with the duo being one of the most established women's tag teams of all time, we'll have to see if a return is in store for the Hall of Famers. Speaking of teams, WWE is always looking for new talent they can bring to the company, and now it appears they want three men who just announced their departure from Impact Wrestling. Wrestling Inc. is reporting that the Rascalz have received a standing offer from WWE, and though they haven't signed a deal yet, that's considered a formality at this point. Desmond Xavier, Zachary Wentz, and Trey Miguel make up the Rascalz, and though it's unknown if WWE will keep the trio together, the company is certainly interested in all three. The group's affinity for marijuana is a big part of their gimmick that'll probably be edited out for WWE's PG product, but even without it, the three still possess a ton of talent that could fit right at home in a WWE ring. NXT news now, as on last night's show, it was confirmed that NXT champion Finn Balor is returning. Fans haven't seen Balor since he suffered a broken jaw at TakeOver 31 in his title defense against Kyle O'Reilly, but the champion will be back next week to address the fans. Next week's show will also see Io Shirai defend her NXT Women's title against Rhea Ripley, and the last time these two shared the ring was at TakeOver In Your House, which was the night Shirai won the title in triple threat action from Charlotte Flair. Next week's show will be a stacked night to say the least, and time will tell how it does against AEW Dynamite. Now, NXT's Halloween Havoc saw someone under a ghost face mask invade the women's title match, and now we know who it was. During this week's show, Ghostface appeared again to help Candice LeRae, and Unmasked to reveal it was Indy Hartwell giving Candice backup. Hartwell was supposed to unmask already, but couldn't make it to NXT because of rumored exposure to someone who tested positive, but now she's on the Gold brand and seemingly aligned with Candice LeRae. More NXT news, as after reports that Chelsea Green has been called up to the main roster but simply isn't being used, it turns out she is not alone. Arturo Ruas was supposedly called up, and Fightful is noting that Santana Garrett was apparently called up this summer, but never used outside of a brief main roster appearance in July. Many fans thought Garrett or Green would be members of Retribution, but that isn't the case. And after Vanessa Bourne was also called up without any plans for her, hopefully the company will be able to think of a plan, any plan, for these misused superstars. Over to AEW next, as this week's main event on Dynamite has left a lot of fans talking. The last time Penta and Phoenix met in the ring, Phoenix powered through an injury to win, and during this week's match, it was the masks that proved to be the difference maker. Penta was the first to rip at his brother's mask, exposing much of his face, though Phoenix would get his turn, ripping a bigger hole in Penta's mask to the point where his face was almost 100% exposed to cameras. This led to the duo having trouble doing spots whilst trying to keep their faces covered, and these mask attacks were a big deal considering how sacred they are in Lucha Libre tradition. We'll have to see how this ends for everyone involved, as Pac's return to end Dynamite could shake things up, and fans who wanted to see Penta and Phoenix unmasked got a pretty good idea about what they look like this week. Dynamite also saw Cody Rhodes be interrupted by Jade Cargill, who teased something huge during the segment. In the promo, Cargill spoke about Cody being a so-called giant killer, but said that she's got a giant for him, and his name is Shaq. This culminated in Brandi Rhodes cursing Cargill out before she left, as it's clear that Cargill is referring to basketball legend and wrestling fan Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq recently signed a new deal with TNT and teased an appearance in AEW, and now it looks like it may be a matter of time before the basketball star is dishing out Shaq Fu inside the Daily's place. As if that wasn't big enough, this week's show ended with Pac returning, and he didn't waste time establishing himself on Dynamite. When Eddie Kingston entered the ring after the Penta Phoenix main event, Pac returned and set his sights on Kingston, causing officials to rush to the ring, and they had a massive pull-apart. Before the show ended, it was confirmed that Pac will take on The Blade next week on Dynamite, and we'll have to see how the UK star does in his first match back after months away. Back to WWE now, as the company broke up the Iconics without much of a follow-up plan for either woman, and now Peyton Royce and Billie Kay are on different brands. Recently, WWE placed Royce in a tag team with Lacey Evans, which she isn't a fan of at all, as in a tweet responding to the bump, the Aussie said they're not a team, and the only person she'll team with is Billie Kay. Lacey Evans didn't seem too broken up about it, replying with a sarcastic "bless her heart," and though we don't know if the Iconics will ever share the ring again, it's clear that Royce doesn't want to work with anyone other than her self-professed life partner. More AEW news now, as Jake Hager and Chris Jericho have a bond in the company that even goes back to their days in WWE. While speaking on Talk is Jericho, the pair discussed Hager cashing in Money in the Bank in 2010, winning the World Heavyweight Championship from Jericho, and whilst the Democod didn't have an issue with losing his title, John Cena, who was the WWE champion at the time, certainly did. He said, "I teased it on Raw where I would almost hit Cena with the briefcase. I snuck up on him, and we had one of his brilliant promo segments. Later come to find out he refused to do the job for me for the World Championship." It's unclear if Hager would have defeated Cena for the title, especially after Cena had just won the gold from Batista the night before at WrestleMania 26, but the 16-time world champion put an end to any plans for a feud between the two. Instead, Hager would defeat Jericho on the post-Mania SmackDown, enjoying a brief run that saw him retain against Randy Orton in The Big Show, and we can't help but wonder what a feud with Cena would have looked like in 2010. More AEW news, as next week's show will see Pac vs. The Blade, but that's not all that's confirmed for the stacked show. After Matt Jackson wasn't cleared to compete this week due to an ankle injury, next week's show will see the Young Bucks face Top Flight, whilst Cody and Darby Allin will face Team Taz. Orange Cassidy and Kip Sabian will face off next week after their confrontation behind the scenes at Full Gear. And if that's not enough, it's also been confirmed that on December 2nd, AEW World Champion Jon Moxley will defend against Kenny Omega, and we'll have to see if the Cleaner can become the third AEW champion in just a few weeks. Now, John Cena and Nikki Bella were once engaged, but the marriage never happened, and now Nikki is a mother with her fiancé Artem Chigvintsev. During an interview with Us Weekly, Nikki showed how cordial she and Cena are being, as she revealed that Cena contacted both her and Brie after they both had babies recently. She said, "We haven't had an individual conversation in gosh, I don't know how long, but it was very short and sweet. All I've ever wanted was for him to be happy. Cena's future with WWE is unclear at this moment as he continues to gain ground in Hollywood, though the movie world has been hit hard by the ongoing situation. But whatever happens, it's great to see Cena and Nikki can still be close after ending their engagement. And we're ending with WWE, as after we previously reported that the company was considering bringing back Tribute to the Troops, WWE didn't waste any time in making things official. After first being reported by PW Insider, WWE confirmed that the show will be aired on Fox after last year's event happened without any cameras, and it will take place on December 6th. With WWE filming the event ahead of time, Tribute to the Troops will take place in the Thunderdome, despite WWE having to leave the Amway Center by December 5th, possibly with the virtual seats reserved for servicemen and women. Whilst fans will still be able to watch from home, they won't all be able to watch the show at the same time, as WWE explained in their press release. Viewers with an NFL matchup airing at 1 p.m. Eastern can watch WWE Tribute to the Troops at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Viewers with an NFL matchup airing at 4:05 p.m. Eastern can watch the special at 3 p.m. Eastern. Vince McMahon has also hyped up that the company is looking forward to presenting the show at what he called a unique time, and it'll be interesting to see how this show pans out inside the Thunderdome.